Hello again, everyone. Bag again. I'm dressed very colourfully for a reason. It's called symbolism. Now, I thought for some of the creatives out there, I probably wouldn't have to say anything. You know, you'd be looking at the pictures and the images, and you'd be working it out based on some of the things that I've told you. Birds, Frida Kahlo, canaries in coal mines, gypsies. Now that's how poetry and film and music works. So I'm going to jump about a bit here because I never really plan these little blogs, but the reason I do them is that the dyslexics among us don't learn in the same way as most. Richard Branson was a dyslexic, and he's also inspired me. I've read his autobiography, and he's a perfect example of fake it till you make it. Massive inspiration to me, and this is why I don't really value education at school too much, because everything I learned of great value I learned when I left school. Certainly age is no equation to wisdom. I've met some young people that are much wiser than their elders, but I've also met some elders who are very misunderstood and don't get the respect that they deserve. Now, some of you will be wondering why I'm doing this. Some of you will have already got the message because you'll know me. So for the benefit of some of the new friends that I've made, I want to just recap a little bit on the reason why I'm so passionate and why I'm going or hoping to go viral with this in any way possible. I've worked in community work for 12 years. I've never really valued money or status or ego. I value creativity, respect, kindness. I don't want to over egg the cake. I think my presentation kind of really does say that. I hope so anyway. I mean, I'm guessing that the intelligent among you will have worked it out. Not to say that I've got any issues at all with anyone who, you know, might struggle to get the message first time. You know, we're all different. And this is why I repeat myself such a lot. I want to talk a little bit about assumptions. Assumptions here are at the very root of what I'm doing. You know, kids in care that I worked with, because of the way I speak, presumed probably that I was very posh, as did most people at school. People at school probably presumed, because I was happy-go-lucky and a bit of a social butterfly, that everything was well in my world. You know, it wasn't. But it's strength of spirit, I think, you know, that's always got me through. As soon as I was able, I moved out of home. That helped. I moved out of home very young, about 17, and lived in somewhere called the Young Homeless Project, which no longer exists in Leamington. That was a lifeline for me. And it's where I stayed with some friends that I hope to reconnect with. And the people that got me through as well was a lady that I used to babysit for about 5 years called Angie Corbett. I'm really hoping to reconnect with. You know, a member of my community who became like a mother to me, really, a huge inspiration. She's a homeopath, fellow creative. Her husband, Martin Corbett, is a university lecturer on psychology. They live in Leamington as well, and I'm hoping to reconnect with them very soon, because homeopathy is obviously quite important to a lot of what I'm talking about at the moment. So my point is, I've always been very aware of how communities can make a difference, and I've worked among it for 12 years. Now, when I fell on my ass and I've been down on my luck, it wasn't my family that helped me. It was the people that I'd worked with and the people that I'd gained the respect of. And I've worked with so many people from so many diverse groups and backgrounds: Sikhs, Muslims, well, I'm married to a Muslim, you know, Rastafarians, I've worked with mothers who've got methadone, heroin addiction. I work with prostitutes. I've got friends that are prostitutes, lap dancers. I did a spell at lap dancing when I was travelling. It was brilliant, loved it. I don't judge anybody, and that is why I've gained the respect of my community. But when I was down on my luck, I've had social services say that me, and honestly, it's incredible that I am not to have unsupervised contact, even though I raised my children on my own for the first 6 years, and GoCam would admit this. Now, my point is this: if someone like me can be arrested twice in the last 6 months, detained 7 and 9 hours respectively, abused, get stuck in the web of mental health services, had to fight like a tiger to be heard, just for the right to refuse to take drugs. I mean, it's mind-blowingly crazy what's happened to me. And anybody that wants to talk to me about, you know, oh, you're crazy, you're nuts. No, well, you know what? You spend 8 days in a high security mental institution dealing with professionals, none of whom who listen. Well, I didn't say none. There's quite a few that, let's say, about 3 that I would really, 3 or 4 that I would really elevate. But you've got to remember, as I say, I've said in earlier posts, there's a lot of mind control that goes on. The government does the training. With all my experience and all my knowledge, I've still nearly been pushed over the edge by it all. And along the way, I've met and got many, many friends who have suffered as well. And I'm not the kind of person who can sleep at night and just let this kind of thing go on. So everything I do for a reason. Now, those of you who are bright, talented, intelligent, creative, who raise your head above the parapet, you know, you will understand there's going to be haters out there. There's going to be jealousy. I'm expecting it. It's already happening. I'll shave people off. I've no time for haters, as I keep saying. You know, what I'm doing is there for the taking for everybody. I'm not a lone wolf. You know, I need my community to protect me at the moment because I feel like my cards are marked, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, I'm a traveller in life, traveller in spirit. There's a lot of people who have known me in my past, and I'm asking for their support at the moment. I'm bringing people together to get them to understand that it's our similarities, not our differences, that unite us. I think if you all start talking about some of your experiences with the police and mental health services and social services, you'll find that you've got a hell of a lot in common with each other. Young, old, black, white, Sikh, Muslim. There's a lot going on in the world that, you know, to be fair, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I have a lot of knowledge. I've worked in the system. I've had issues with the system, big issues, which I intend to address. I've had no end of problems being heard, and I worry very much for those people who are mentally ill and are not blessed with the same capacity that I've got to address the situation, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I feel very passionately indeed about it, and I'm asking for the support of my community, which at the heart of is in Leamington, but I have lived in Birmingham for the last 8 years, so I've got a great network here as well. So I hope this also serves as a warning for services in the future, because I intend to go to high places with all of the information I've gathered about my journey through the system as someone who requires support. I quote Professor Sue White again: the medicine is killing the patient. It's a very serious situation we've got going on in the UK indeed, with regards to the cuts and the oppression of minority groups and individuals, and particularly women and mothers. And I know what I'm talking about. As Muhammad Ali said, it ain't bragging if you can back it up. I've kept notes. I intend to go to high places. I intend to take this campaign far and wide. There you go. See, the lights have gone out, so that's my time to go. So it's gone dark. Ooh. Ooh, werewolf call. Come on, lone wolves. You know, we need to be pack animals. See? Oh, see, it just did it for me. Effects. That's the law of the universe for you. Anyway, peacock feather, birds of a feather, colourful, bright, intelligent, creative folk. We all need to stick together on this. The Druids, 20% of the population. We're the canaries in the coal mine. We smell the toxic gases ahead of everybody else. So let's do something about it together. All right, I think that's the end of my presentation for today. No doubt you'll see more of me tomorrow, but I do need to speak to my daughters this evening and do some butt plugging, which is my terminology on bath plugging, which I keep saying I'm going to do, and my house is still a mess. I keep titivating with it and not getting very far. But you know what? Like I keep saying, just go with the flow. Nobody's here. I haven't got to please anyone but myself. And if I had some money, I'd go out and get some vodka, but I haven't. So sort that one out. I've got to sort that out. But thanks again to the corner shop for putting me on tick. Like I said, just because I don't have any money, I don't have to look like I don't. That's going to change. Good fortune's coming my way. I just know it. Anyway, over and out for today. And oh yes, just before I forget, anybody who wants to friend me on Facebook, Emma Longman Sahin, Sahin. I'll friend anybody that wants to get on the page, because I'm moving on to a campaign page and onto YouTube in future. That'll be the end of it, but it is going to serve as a presentation for promoting the campaign. Okay, thanks. Take care. Bye.